When most people hear the word luxury car, their brain immediately fires off a warning signal. Expensive repairs, complicated electronics, depreciation that hits like a freight train. And for brands like BMW, Mercedes, or Audi, that fear is completely justified. But there's one luxury brand that has been quietly destroying that stereotype for over 3 decades, and most used car shoppers still sleep on it. We're talking about Lexus, Toyota's luxury division, engineered with the same obsessive reliability philosophy, but wrapped in a genuinely premium package. Today, we're breaking down the 6 best used Lexus cars you can buy right now, the specific model years that offer the most value, the trims worth targeting, and the red flags you absolutely must watch for. Let's count them down. Number 6. Lexus CT 200h 2014 to 2017. We're opening with a car that most buyers completely overlook, and that oversight is your opportunity. The CT 200h is a compact luxury hatchback powered by a hybrid drivetrain borrowed directly from the Toyota Prius. Now, before you dismiss it as boring, hear the logic here. This is one of the most mechanically proven platforms on the planet. A car you can realistically drive to 250,000 miles with routine maintenance and almost no drama. The CT 200h was never about being fast. It was about being precise, efficient, and genuinely well built in a small package. If you commute in a city, park in tight garages, and still want to feel like you're in something special every time you sit down, this is your car. The cabin quality punches well above its size with soft touch materials and Lexus's obsessive attention to interior fit and finish. For the best years, focus on 2014 through 2017. By 2014, any early production issues had been completely ironed out, and you're getting a mature, refined car. The hybrid battery in this generation has proven extremely durable. You'll find plenty of examples with over 150,000 miles still running on the original pack. That's not an accident. That's Toyota engineering applied to luxury. When shopping, watch for worn front seats on high-mileage examples. The bolsters tend to show fatigue first. Also check the infotainment system, as the older interface can feel dated. But mechanically, almost nothing goes wrong. If your priority is maximum reliability in a small, fuel-efficient, genuinely luxurious package, the CT 200h is the hidden gem of the used Lexus market. Number 5. Lexus IS 250 and IS 350, Lexus in 2014 to 2016. The third generation IS is where Lexus stopped playing it safe with design and actually created something that could turn heads at a stoplight. The spindle grille, the sharp character lines, the low-slung stance. This generation of IS looks like a sports sedan, and in the IS 350 trim, it drives like one too. The key distinction here is between the two engines. The IS 250 uses a 2.5-liter V6, producing around 204 horsepower. It's smooth, refined, and extremely fuel-efficient for a rear-wheel drive sports sedan. The IS 350 bumps that to a 3.5-liter V6 with 306 horsepower. And that engine is one of the finest naturally aspirated V6s ever put in a production car. No turbos, no complicated forced induction. Just a perfectly balanced engine that loves to rev and rewards you every single time you use the throttle. The years to target are 2014 through 2016. The third generation launched in 2014 with major improvements over its predecessor, and these years hit a sweet spot before the cars get too expensive. By 2014, Lexus had refined the 8-speed automatic transmission, a gearbox that shifts with the kind of precision you'd expect from a car costing twice as much. One thing to watch for is the IS 250's occasional hesitation under light throttle. It's a known characteristic of the direct injection system, and not a death sentence, but it's worth knowing going in. On both trims, inspect the rear differential if you're buying an AWD model, and always pull a service history. These engines are incredibly durable with proper oil changes, but they're not invincible if the previous owner ignored maintenance. The IS 350 especially rewards buyers who find a well-documented, single-owner example. Number 4. Lexus RX 350, 2016 to 2019. If you want to understand how Lexus became the best-selling luxury brand in America for decades, look no further than the RX 350. This is the original luxury crossover, the template that every competitor has been trying to copy since the late 1990s. The fourth generation, running from 2016 to 2019, represents the most refined and most modern version of this formula at prices that are now genuinely accessible on the used market. Under the hood sits a 3.5-liter V6 producing 295 horsepower paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. This is not a performance crossover. It was never designed to be. It was designed to make every mile feel effortless, and it succeeds completely. The ride quality is so composed, so well insulated from road imperfections, that long highway trips feel meditative rather than exhausting. The 2016 redesign brought a completely updated exterior, an improved infotainment system with a larger screen, and significantly better fuel economy. The years 2017 through 2019 are your sweet spot. By 2017, any first-year production quirks had been addressed, and you're getting a car that had been production tested and refined. Look for the RX 350L if you need the 3-row configuration. It was added in 2018 and gives you extra passenger space without sacrificing the core reliability formula. What to watch for? The remote touchpad interface in this generation is genuinely one of the worst infotainment control systems ever designed. It works, but it requires patience. Beyond that, check the panoramic sunroof seal on high-mileage examples and verify the service history for transmission fluid changes. The 8-speed automatic is excellent but benefits enormously from fresh fluid at every 60,000-mile interval. Find a clean, well-maintained RX 350 from these years, and you're buying a vehicle that will absorb a decade of daily use without protest. Number 3. Lexus ES 350, 2013 to 2018. Here is where we get into serious value territory. The mid-size luxury sedan market has been hammered by the SUV boom, and the result is dramatic depreciation on cars that are objectively excellent. The 6th-generation Lexus ES 350 is one of the most overlooked deals in the entire used car market right now, and that gap won't last forever. The ES 350 is built on a platform shared with the Toyota Avalon, one of the most durable front-wheel drive platforms ever engineered. It uses the same 3.5-liter V6 that you'll find across the Lexus lineup, producing 268 horsepower paired with a 6-speed automatic. This drivetrain combination has been refined over years of production to the point where it simply doesn't break. It's not exciting engineering, it's masterful engineering. The interior of the 2013 to 2018 ES 350 is where this car truly earns its Lexus badge. The seats are genuinely comfortable over long distances. Plush without being soft, supportive without being stiff. Sound insulation is class-leading. Lexus used acoustic glass, additional sound deadening material, and optimized body sealing to create an interior that is genuinely quieter than many vehicles costing significantly more. Target years 2015 through 2018 for the best combination of features and value. The 2015 brought refinements to the suspension tuning and infotainment options, while 2018 represents the end of this generation with the highest specification levels. One honest caution. The ES 350 does not reward drivers who want to feel the road. It is deliberately isolated, smooth, and serene. If you commute long distances and want a car that feels like first-class travel, this is your vehicle. If you want driving feedback and engagement, look at the IS instead. For inspection, check the leather seat condition. The ES attracts buyers who sit in it far more than they drive it, so the driver's bolster can show premature wear. Also verify that the Lexus Inform Connected Services system functions properly, as some older subscriptions have expired and the interface can behave oddly without an active account. Number 2. Lexus GX 460, 2014 to 2019. This is the recommendation that separates serious used car buyers from casual shoppers. The GX 460 is not a crossover. It is a proper body-on-frame SUV built on the same platform as the Toyota 4Runner and Land Cruiser Prado, one of the most proven off-road platforms on Earth. And because it wears a Lexus badge and looks like a luxury vehicle, most buyers shopping for rugged capability walk right past it without a second glance. That is a significant mistake. Under the hood is a 4.6-liter V8 producing 301 horsepower. It's a naturally aspirated unit with no turbos, no direct injection complexity, and no hybrid system to worry about. It's exactly the kind of engine that runs for 300,000 miles when properly maintained. Combined with a full-time four-wheel drive system featuring a locking center differential and low-range capability, the GX 460 can go places that crossovers can only dream about, all while offering a cabin that rivals the RX in terms of comfort and material quality. The years 2014 through 2019 are the target window. The 2014 model brought a refreshed front fascia and updated technology, while the years through 2019 offer the best combination of proven reliability and modern features before the more substantial 2020 update. Critically, this generation uses a traditional torque converter automatic, not a dual clutch, not a CVT, which contributes enormously to the GX's long-term mechanical durability. What to watch for? The rear air suspension on models equipped with it requires inspection. If you hear any unusual height leveling sounds during startup, have it checked by a specialist. Also, verify the rear differential and transfer case fluid service history. These components are robust but benefit from fresh fluid every 30,000 miles. If you want a Lexus that can genuinely do everything, luxury, reliability, capability, and you find a clean GX 460 from these years with documented service history, buy it without hesitation. Number 1. Lexus RX 350 and RX 450h, 2010 to 2015. Here's where some buyers will raise an eyebrow, because we're going older than many used car guides would recommend. But this is deliberate, and here's the reasoning. The third generation RX, covering 2010 through 2015, represents a rare convergence. A vehicle old enough to have fully depreciated, proven enough to have an enormous reliability track record, and mechanically simple enough to be maintained affordably for years to come. The 2010 to 2015 RX 350 uses the 3.5-liter V6 in a configuration that had been in production long enough to eliminate any remaining weak points. The transmission is a 6-speed automatic with a reputation for exceptional durability. The AWD system is proven and well understood by independent mechanics nationwide. And that matters more than most buyers realize. When your luxury vehicle ages out of the dealership warranty ecosystem, the ability to service it affordably is what separates a good investment from a money pit. If your budget extends to it, the RX 450i, the hybrid variant, is worth serious consideration. The hybrid system in this generation has accumulated an extraordinary real-world reliability record. The battery packs are regularly surviving past 200,000 miles, and the regenerative braking system extends brake life dramatically. Running costs on the RX 450h are genuinely low despite the luxury badge. For years, the 2012 through 2015 range is your target. The 2012 brought a mid-cycle refresh with updated styling and improved interior materials. By this point, the platform was as refined as it would ever be in this generation. Look for Grand Edition or F-Sport trim levels if you can find them in budget. They add driver engagement without compromising reliability. The inspection checklist here is straightforward. Verify the power liftgate struts, check the Lexus Inform System functionality, and on the RX 450i specifically, request any available battery health records. Beyond that, find the cleanest, most documented example you can, and you're buying one of the most dependable vehicles in automotive history at a price that makes complete financial sense. Lexus built its reputation on a single, unwavering promise: that luxury and long-term reliability were not mutually exclusive. Every vehicle on this list exists as proof of that promise kept. From the fuel-efficient CT 200h to the capable GX 460, from the dynamic IS 350 to the serene ES 350, Lexus has consistently produced vehicles that depreciate far faster than they deteriorate. That gap between depreciation and actual mechanical condition is exactly where smart used car buyers make their money. The most important thing to understand is this: any of these vehicles is only as reliable as the person who owned it before you. Service records are not optional. A pre-purchase inspection from an independent Lexus specialist is not a luxury. It's the difference between a great investment and an expensive lesson. Find the right car, verify its history, and you'll be driving a vehicle that asks very little of you while giving back everything you paid for and then some.